Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into what is truly a game changer for HR. We're talking about using generative AI to turn those mountains of data we all have into sharp, actionable decisions. So let's jump right in.
All right, here's what we've got on tap. We'll kick things off with AI's incredible promise and, well, a pretty common problem. Then we'll get into the secret sauce, the art of the prompt. I'm going to give you a super practical four-part framework, show you how it works in the real world, and then we'll wrap up by looking at the powerful partnership between humans and AI. Okay, so there is no doubt generative AI has this incredible promise, right? The power is right there, just sitting on our screens. But the real question, the one I know a lot of us in HR are asking, is how do you actually unlock it? How do you make it work for you? So first up, let's just be clear on what we're talking about here. Traditional AI, it's fantastic. It's great at sorting data, making predictions, basically following the rules you give it. But generative AI, that's a whole different beast. Think of it more like a creative partner. It actually creates new stuff, a brand new report, fresh ideas, completely original content. I mean, just think about what this means for HR in the real world. Imagine drafting a really compelling job description, or summarizing feedback from hundreds of employees, or even creating personalized learning plans, and doing it all not in hours, but in minutes. It's huge. And we're not talking about a tiny little efficiency game here. We're talking about potentially saving up to 70% of your time on just writing the first draft of things like policy docs or offer letters. That is a massive shift in how we work, and it frees you up to focus on the stuff that really matters. But if it's so incredibly powerful, why is it that sometimes the results we get back from AI just feel, I don't know, a little flat, a little vague? You know what I mean? We've all been there. You ask for something amazing, and you get back something, well, kind of boring. And right here, this is the problem in a nutshell. You throw in a lazy prompt like, summarize this HR data, and you're going to get back a generic, pretty useless summary. But look at the difference with a good prompt. You give the AI a role, you tell it what to do, and you give it a specific structure. And suddenly, you get something that's structured, useful, and actually actionable. And that right there brings us to the real heart of the matter. The secret to getting amazing results from AI isn't about finding some new, expensive tool. It's all about the technique. And that technique has a name: prompt engineering. Is really just the skill of crafting clear, powerful instructions for the AI. This is what transforms it from a simple data summarizer into a genuine strategic partner, helping you turn those raw numbers into real, smart decisions. Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we get good at it? Well, let's get super practical with a simple but honestly an incredibly powerful four-part framework. Think of it as your blueprint for getting the right results every single time. It boils down to this: 4 simple steps. First, you give the AI context. Tell it who it is. You are an HR analyst. Second, give it a clear task. Analyze this turnover data. Third, and this is the one I really want you to remember, define the output. Describe the exact insights you're looking for. And finally, number 4, set the format. Give it to me in a 200-word report. Now, I really want you to focus on this because step 3, the output, is where the magic really happens. This is where you go from just giving a command to asking a strategic question. You're not just saying, summarize. You're telling the AI to think like an analyst. You're telling it to find the why, to spot the themes, maybe even suggest some actions. This is how you get from a jumble of data to a story that actually means something. All right, enough theory. Let's see what this framework actually looks like when we put it to work. We're going to take it from an idea on a slide and apply it to a situation you probably deal with all the time. A dashboard like this is awesome. AI can whip one of these up in no time, showing you all the charts and trends, but a dashboard just shows you what is happening. A really well-crafted prompt using our framework helps you understand why it's happening. It finds the story that's hiding inside all those numbers. So let's break this down with a real example. Look at the prompt. It's not just asking for a summary. It's specifically asking for the top 3 themes and the overall sentiment. So what does the AI do? It gives you exactly that: workload, recognition, communication. Boom. The data is instantly useful. And from there, the HR team can jump straight to smart recommendations, like leadership workshops. That's the clear path from raw data to real action. And you can see how this all fits into a bigger picture, right? The AI is your workhorse for the first couple of steps. It gathers the data, it spots the patterns. But step 3, interpretation, that is where the human element is absolutely critical.
We're the ones who bring the context, who understand the company culture, and who can ask those deeper why questions before we decide what to do next. And this all points to a really fundamental idea about this technology. AI in HR isn't about replacing people. Not at all. It's about creating a powerful collaboration, a true partnership between humans and AI. Just look at this breakdown. It really shows where each side shines. You let the AI do the heavy lifting, process huge amounts of data, write those first drafts, spot patterns, and handle the repetitive stuff. This frees us up, the humans, to do what we do best: apply emotional intelligence, make those tricky ethical calls, and provide that strategic oversight that no machine can replicate. There's this quote that I think just nails it. AI creates and humans curate. The AI can generate the analysis, the ideas, the first draft, but it's our job as professionals to curate that, to refine it, to add context, and to steer it in the right direction. That's when you get the best outcomes. All right, so let's boil this all down. What are the big things to remember? Number one, garbage in, garbage out. The quality of what you get from the AI is a direct reflection of the quality of your prompt. Two, use that four-part framework: context, task, output, format. It works. 3. Really obsess over that output step. Be specific about the insights you need. And finally, never, ever forget that human judgment is the essential final piece of the puzzle. So think of generative AI as your new creative partner, just waiting for instructions. The only question is, what powerful insights are you going to unlock first? Thanks so much for joining me.